Hello, guys. It's your girl, Steph Perez, and welcome to our Super Saturday Hangout. Welcome to today's live stream. So, today we are going to dive into how to jumpstart your online business success for your first $100,000. But I want to really emphasize $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. All right, so I am going to break down 4 things that you're going to want to have to help you in jump starting your online business in this way. Again, if you have the aspirations of wanting to get to $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. And I feel like I have one of the best opportunities in terms of business model. When I say the word or the phrase business opportunity, I am not talking about a technical like biz op. I am actually talking about turning anything into an opportunity for you to be able to earn. And I feel like I literally have stumbled upon one of the hottest business models that allow us to be able to do this and like really get our piece of the pie for so many reasons. Like there are just so many reasons every single day, like a new idea hits me in terms of like why this is such the perfect business model. And I have more and more conversations with people that are now starting to discover my content because I've done just a couple of videos where I've actually mentioned the roadmap in the title, and people are starting to discover me from that. But all of the sales that I made prior to that was just based upon me talking about digital marketing, online business, making sure you get started the right way. And I just talked about how leveraging this turnkey system, as I call it, is such a great way to be able to learn and to be able to develop skills and to be able to set up an online business that can be very sustainable. But it's like the deeper and deeper that I go into like this whole business model of master resale rights and just understanding what we have our hands on, like I realize how much education like needs to be done around this. And even though today's live stream, I won't be really diving deep into that. But one thing that I do want to share before I dive into like these 4 areas. Hey, Brian, good to see you. It's like it's really on my heart to actually like share this. And I did a video about this or a live stream about this. They're all the same to me. And I talked about how the roadmap is not a business opportunity. It's very unfortunate that a lot of people have promoted it to kind of give it that biz op-y vibe, but it entirely is not. You guys, I have so many master resale rights products on my hard drive that I've purchased over the years or that came as bonuses with other things that I bought. And I think it's really important for people to understand, like, again, the gravity of what we have our hands on, because one of the elements we're going to talk about today is the whole ownership element. It's the fact that no one can ever take this away from you. It doesn't matter what the creators of the product decide to do, in their own business. They're just the creators. It would be just as if I created an ebook and I sent it out to my email list and I said, for anyone that buys this ebook, right, you also get master resale rights where you can go out there and you can earn every single penny from every single ebook that you sell. You owe me nothing. Right? That's not a biz op. I actually created something and I'm giving people the opportunity, right, to have master resale rights and to be able to go out there and make as much money as they want with it, like not having to give like any credit to me, any of those kind of things, right? So the whole idea of license rights has been around, y'all. I've been online for 16 years. And so it's been around for way longer than 16 years. That's all I can tell you, because I remember when I hit the scene, always receiving emails about being able to license products that other people created and all of these kind of things. And so I just throw that out there because as I'm going to talk today about how to actually jumpstart your business. And I just believe like this kind of business model gives us such an advantage because we really get to like throw ourselves into this without the challenges of thinking, something's going to be taken away from me, or wondering like what the owners of a company have up their sleeve and feel like you have to always watch your back and you don't know if you show up the next day, if the business or the opportunity is still going to be there. And so for me, like this is such a great opportunity to be able to jumpstart, your online business and to be able to position yourself, for $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. And so we're gonna dive into those 4 points today and why I want you to leverage them. Right? Why I want you to leverage them. In the email that I sent out today, I talked about how the the way that I offer mentorship, and then I'm offering mentorship for these next like 14 months, right? All of November, right? All of December and all of 2024 for anyone that decides they're like, Steph, I love what it is that you're doing. I want to be a part of it. I want to learn digital marketing in this way. I want to learn the business of online business in this way. Like, I love this business model. I love this approach. You're going to get comped into mentorship, right? For the next, 14-ish months, right? The reason I believe the way that I'm offering this just makes so much sense is, first off, like, if you just were to invest into mentorship, the problem, or coaching, whatever, however you want to look at it, and we've never worked together before, I'm coaching you from such a ground roots level where it's like you don't have what it is that you need, right? You're having to rely upon me to teach you everything, which doesn't make room for truly a lot of mentorship. With the way that I've established this, and I don't see anyone else out there promoting this particular license rights or really much of anything that's doing it the same way that I'm doing it, where when you purchase it, right, again, for right now anyways, right, you get the mentorship for free. And the reason that I believe this makes so much sense is because, first off, you get access to the training that's going to help you learn what you got to learn about digital marketing and making money online. You're going to have everything that you need to help you in getting set up for online business success. You're going to have all the steps, all of the instructions, all of the guidance, right? And literally all you've got to do is just decide to take the bull by the horns, right? And just log in and have the integrity to go through it and to actually begin to implement what it is that you learn. Where the mentorship comes in is, again, over my 16 years of experience being online, I know that there are factors that lead to success that often are not talked about a lot of times in online business courses. And the reason they're not talked about is because they really give the person that knows them and understands them an X factor. So the things that I understand about how to show up and the way that I create content, the way that I deliver it, the way that I do a lot in my business, it is really, really hard to teach. But I understand with what it is that I do and how I want to help other people succeed, it is necessary that more people need to understand this, because they need to understand when they're just simply creating content and that content's not getting them what they desire, that it's not that their content is bad, right? But there are factors that are being left out of that. So my mentorship really helps people learn how to discover, for lack of better terms or words or phrases, the X factor, right, in themselves that will help them connect better with their ideal people when they're out there creating content. And, I got an email today from someone that was like, oh, so since there's no leverage, right, essentially we're all competing against each other. And I said, well, first off, I don't believe in competition. I said, but second part of that is, no, we're not competing because we're taught how to build a brand. And so people are never, ever, ever, please, I want you to write this down and write down as many evers as you need to. They're never, ever, 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 ever going to purchase much of anything, right, just because someone's promoting it. They are almost always, 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 always. Let me know if you're out there and you hear me. Let me know if you're out there and you've made your buying decision based upon exactly what I'm saying here. You purchased because you wanted to purchase from and learn from or be acquainted with or have proximity to the person you purchased from. Am I right or am I right? I know that's why I make all of my buying decisions, all of them. As I literally want to know, okay, even if I buy a $47 thing, am I buying it from a person that's going to really have added value? Am I going to learn something extra beyond just the thing? Am I going to get greater insight into why they're so great or why they're dynamic or, get some, and I don't mean I need access to them, but am I going to be on someone's, once I buy from them, right, just by the way they do business, am I going to be able to pick up things that are going to be able to help me on my journey? I'm really, really picky when it comes to where I invest my money. And it always is into people. It is never into just the thing. It is into people, right? And so the whole idea is the fact that we are learning how to brand ourselves. And that's such an important key, right, with the roadmap curricular, is that there's an entire module on actually how to brand yourself, because on a daily basis, we're not showing up to promote the roadmap, right? We're literally showing up to speak to our ideal person, which we all have to establish who that is, right? And to give them what they actually want. What are they out there searching for? What is it out there that they desire, right? Because can I be honest with you? When I started sharing this and promoting it, I didn't promote it under the name of the company. I didn't go out there and try to leverage the term of the roadmap. I actually talked about digital marketing and online business. And I would probably tell you the majority of people that actually enrolled in this and purchased this from me, they didn't even really understand like how big or great of a thing they had their hands on. I bet you many of them didn't really even understand like the true leverage or the true benefits of master resale rights, right? None of them came into this looking at this like a biz op, that much I can tell you, because that's not how I promoted it, right? And that's why so many of them are getting such great results, is because they're coming in and they're learning. They are in fact getting out of this what they came here to get out of this. And they're not let down based upon, oh, well, I'm not rich overnight, right? Oh, I thought this was going to be easier, because they came into this with the right mindset. All right. And so, no, like we're not creating competition, because this is a direct sales program. Again, it's one product that you can simply sell underneath your company's brand or umbrella, right? Like the roadmap is not an opportunity, right? It literally is a product that I have access to that I can sell in many different ways underneath the branding of my company. I am not a roadmap representative, right? I am not a roadmap consultant, right? Like I don't work for the company. I don't stand for the company. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't mean that negatively. It is a product that I purchased, right? That is now mine, that I have ownership over. And as I see fit, right, I get to market it and sell it the way that I want to actually sell it inside of my business. Y'all, that's what's so beautiful about this. All right. And I feel like with everything that I do, I've got to make sure I get out there and educate more and more people like about what it is you are really, really investing in, and to understand that this gives you way more power, way more leverage, way more benefits, way more everything than any biz op that you can invest in, than any MLM and network marketing company that you can invest in, than any affiliate marketing relationship, right, that you could decide to become a part of. Right? Because none of those give you the element of ownership, right? Like literally, I own the files. The files are on my computer, right? The files of the entire course are on my computer. I can decide in a flip of a switch to do something completely different with the way that I present this opportunity, right? In terms of, you understand what I mean by opportunity, right? This opportunity to own this, to learn. I can decide to go out there and call it something else if I wanted to, and have people, when they purchase, they go to actually my site to get it from. Like, it's so big, you guys. It's so doggone big. And so again, I'm just going to do my part more and more so people really understand what they have their hands on. And this like literally is just not something that you want to sleep on. I had no intention, right, on going that direction to kick things off, but I guess it just kind of came out, and maybe someone needed to actually hear this. All right. So where was I in this now? Okay, I said talk about, okay, I already did that. All right, so here's the thing. We're talking about jumpstarting your online business success, right? How do we jumpstart it, right? So that we are positioning ourselves for $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. All right, do me a favor. And if you know, like you know that you know that you know, like that is what you are here for, type in 100K in the live chat. Type in 100K, right? Hello, Prayella. I'm going to just keep saying your name. Good to see you here. And hello to everyone else out there that might be rocking with us live and just kind of like peeping on. I'm glad to have you here nonetheless. So here's the thing, you guys. So you guys know that, well, for those of you guys that hang with me, right, that I actually broke, I know, I love that, Brian. I love that you're so specific. And you know what? I don't know if you actually heard my mentorship lesson where I talked about that. I talked about that someplace. Forget where. I think it was a mentorship lesson where I said, even if the word or more, like if you say $100,000 or more, and if that or more doesn't register and is not vivid for you, then you need to drop it off and either decide upon 100,000 or decide upon 100,000, like 110 or 125, right? So important. You guys, and again, this is why my mentorship is so important. right? Because if you're just like, I want to make a lot of money, well, your mind might not register what a lot of money is. Therefore, how do you even begin to create a plan around that? Right? Believe it or not, like you've got to give yourself actual visuals where it's like your mind begins to do something with it, right? Your mind begins to register, your mind begins to do something with it, and then your body begins to respond and begins to react, right? Again, coming up with all the possible ideas and ways, right, that Brian can bring in $125,000. Right? So now from 125,000, maybe Brian begins to break down, divide that by 500, because I know that he's locked in on what he's doing right now. He wants to sell a bunch of the roadmap courses. Like that is what he wants to do. Right? So now his mind begins to work. Okay, how many customers is that? How many of these do I have to sell? Right? He's locked in on that. Right? And believe it or not, by narrowing his focus like that and being very, very clear and specific with what he wants, by actually calling out the number, he's way more likely, right, to actually hit it, because he's going to start recognizing like all of the opportunities, the people, the resources, like whatever it is that he needs, he's going to start recognizing like what those things are to actually help him in hitting that. You guys, I'm telling you, like all of these things make such a big difference, right? Like literally you've got to program like your mind for everything. If you don't, your mind will just like do what it's going to do. Right. And likely if you're looking around and you're like my life's a hot mess. Well, that's thanks to everything that you allow your mind to be a hot mess. Right. You allow your mind to just go run rapid and do whatever it's going to do. And then you look around you and guess what? Everything around you is a hot mess and doing what it wants to do and all of these individual things. Not cool. Not cool when we understand, right? Again, when we know better, we can do better. Right. That's why this is so important. You guys, today, my husband shared a video with me, and it was of a professor, and he had a class, right? So he was in front of all his students, and he said, listen to this, right? And he played it 4 times, and he told you're going to know what you hear. And so 4 times that it looped, they heard the exact same thing. He played it again. Nothing changed with the audio. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this, because this is the stuff I talk about all the time. And people always think these things are woohoo when they're not, right? Things like, think and grow rich. It's not that you just think and the money becomes, right? But okay, anyways. So he played it 4 times again, but this time, every single time that it was played, a different sentence popped up on the screen. And lo and behold, did we start hearing we started hearing what we were actually seeing. We started hearing what we were actually seeing, yet what we were hearing was the exact same thing every single time. I want you to think about that for a second. Right? I want you to think about that for a second. Now, that's why, again, this is so important. Because literally what goes on the outside is just simply a mirror or a reflection, or it's already happened on the inside first. Nothing just happens. Right? Crazy, right? And the thing is, it's not even crazy, because whether or not you have the awareness of this or not, it happens. So here's the thing. Once you have the awareness of it, to know how powerful, right, we actually can be, right, when it comes to swaying or creating more alliance, right, alignment with what it is that we want, we realize, right, that again, whatever we've been focused on, we have it right now, right? Each and every one of you have it right now. So what if you just focus on something different? If you decided upon something different? And a lot of times what that does for me, it's a wake-up call that the things I said and decided on, I didn't really decide on. I just said them, but I didn't truly decide upon them on like a cellular level, if you know what I'm saying. Because again, if everything on the outside is just a reflection of what's going on the inside, right, then that means we haven't really decided from the core, from a cellular level. We just decided with lip service. And if we never back it up, right, we're going to keep getting, right, whatever we keep doing or whatever we keep believing or the decisions that we keep backing. Like, it's just that simple. Right? I think that's powerful going into, right, like jump starting your online business, right, and setting yourself up for $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. Again, are you believing it, right, from a cellular level? Because when you do, things begin to change, right? I know Brian, 125,000. I know his story. I know where he wants to go. I know what's important to him. And I know that he came in, he got set up quickly, and he already has a couple of videos out there on YouTube. I'm challenging anyone that's been sitting around doing nothing. I'm challenging you. And right now I'm speaking to those that I'm working with. Okay, this just comes with the territory. I'm challenging you guys who've been sitting around doing nothing. He hasn't even been signed up in the program a week yet. I think he got started on Monday. Spent 2 or 3 days getting his system together, right? And already has videos out there talking to his people, already has people lined up wanting to actually buy from him as well. That's what happens when you simply decide, right? Again, from a cellular level, from the inside, not just lip service. Big difference. So it's one of the first things that you've got to do, right? When you're deciding that you're jumpstarting your online business success, right? And that you're settling for nothing less than $100,000 over the next 12 months or less. All right. So you're going to jumpstart your own business, right? By getting access to what it is that you need. I need you to understand this. Yes, Brian, just do it. That's the thing. That's the thing. I can give lip service to, I don't feel like it. I've said this so many times before, so many days. I shouldn't say so many, but there definitely are days where I'm like, I don't want to go live, or I don't want to, but it's not, it has what I feel like doing and what I actually do. The two have nothing to do with each other. What I feel like doing, I can give lip service to, but what I actually do, right, that's going to create the manifestation of the outcome that I actually desire, because I'm actually willing to just do it and not give into how I'm feeling. So it's so important, right, that you guys know, okay? And it's sometimes I don't think we understand what we have our hands on, but right now it's so ripe, right, for what's going on out there. All right, the time is right, and you have to see this for yourself. You have to recognize what's going on in the economy. You have to recognize what's going on around you. You can't be so caught up in just what's going on in our small little world, because if that's the case, you can't see big enough to know that the world actually needs you. The world actually needs what we have to offer here, right? The economy actually needs what we have to offer here. That this literally is a lifeline for many, 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 many people. All right. In so many different ways, for so many different reasons. For someone just looking to get their start, we know we're saving them time. We're saving them frustration, right? Because we're giving them access to everything that they need to be able to jumpstart. For someone that's like myself, like Brian, right? There might be other people out there. Feel free to raise your hand. This is you. We've invested a lot of money over the years, right? Some of us have done exceptionally well based upon those investments. Some of us have not. Some of us haven't found what it is that we were actually looking for. And so this was like a lifeline, like, wow, like such a refreshing, aligning way to actually help people. It feels good. I'm giving real information, real training. Like I'm really helping people learn this stuff. And I'm not just slanging them a biz up that might not be good 12 months from now, right? And so for so many reasons, this could be a lifeline, right? And there are so many people, right, literally coming online, wanting to learn the business of online business, wanting to learn digital marketing for a variety of different reasons, right? Some don't even have an interest in taking over the resale rights license and doing anything with selling the course. Some just want to take in the knowledge and go do their own thing with it. And that's what's brilliant about our course, is it still teaches you how to do that as well. It teaches you how to go do your own thing if that's what you want to do as well, right? And so for so many reasons, like this is a lifeline. The e-learning space, you guys, right, is poised to be a $325 billion, right, a year industry, right, by the year 2025 or 2026. Okay. Digital marketing, online business, the e-learning combined is poised to be about a $2 billion a day industry by 2025. Why? Because so many people are coming online, right? Not just wanting to learn how to make money online. That's one aspect, but they're coming online wanting to learn, right? Wanting to learn different things, trying to get education and knowledge to go on and do other things with their life. So you've got to understand, like, the time is ripe, and it really is up to you to decide to sit on this information, right? And to do very, very little with it, right? Or to decide to create an entire opportunity for yourself, right? By you looking at this and saying, like, I'm creating my own opportunity. Like, I see this. I know that it's needed, and I'm going to get out there because there are people that are literally waiting to hear from me. Me. Nobody else will do. Therefore, I've got to do what I've got to do to get out there to make sure they know, like, such a thing exists, such a course exists, such a business model exists, such an opportunity exists. And for them to have the same vision that, guess what? The time is right. You're right, Steph. I see it. The time is right. The time is ripe. I'm going to get started. I'm going to be like that guy, Brian, you talked about. I'm going to get set up in 3 days. You know, guys, Brian's a friggin' fireman. I love throwing out these examples because there are always people that pop up and say what time they don't have. He's a fireman. His schedule's like, if you know anything about the industry, it's like, you know, he works like he's at the firehouse for so many days and then he comes home, right? But he blocks out time where his time to work is his time to work, and he's got to get it done. Why? Because he's locked in on his vision. He's locked in on what it is that he wants. And his vision, the time doesn't start January 1. It started the moment he said, I'm ready to invest into this. Oh, do you want to jumpstart or do you want to jumpstart? Do you want to dip your toe in the water? Right? Or you want to just dive in and start having a ball? What do you want to do? Because the choice is yours. Right? The choice is yours. Every single one of us has time and money to do what we need to do to change our situations. Every single one of us. The difference is some choose not to find the time and some choose not to find the money, and some find the time and find the money. There's no difference. And I'm sorry, but this kind of tough love is needed because I understand, right, what sits in front of us. And I don't want to allow anyone off the hook. I want to wake you up and I want you to take advantage of this. Right? So you're going to jumpstart your business, okay, by making sure that you have access to what it is that you need. Hello to everyone that recently popped on. Hello, Alex. Hello, Marissa. Right? You've got to make sure you have access to what it is that you need. That is why, again, the way that I offer my mentorship is so brilliant, because if I were just to offer you this mentorship, right, this is why, like, for someone that might just buy a digital product from me, no, you're not going to get the mentorship because honestly, you're not equipped for it. You're not equipped for it, right? Because my mentorship is for the person that is actually learning the digital marketing and online business skills. They can go and reference the strategy and the tactic, right? They can get set up for online business success, and then they can leverage my mentorship for the next level conversations, right? So there are definitely things that you need if you are going to jumpstart your online business success. And a bigger vision for where it is that you're going is absolutely required. Because a jump start means that you don't need to tiptoe or you don't need to dip your toe in the water. A jump start is the fact that, like, it's like you have an added advantage, right? You're throwing yourself in there. You're just deciding to do it versus needing, like, I'll start here. And then when I see a little bit of success, then I'll go a little bit further, because what you're honestly saying is I'm really not quite sure if I can even get anywhere. But if I start here and I begin to see something, right, well, now I can believe in myself and I can take the next step. And what I will say about that is it's not right or wrong, but it's not jump starting. Okay, there is no right or wrong. But I have to share these things because I want you to know how to look at them and how to gauge where you are and what you actually want. Right? How to gauge where you are and what you actually want. So believe it or not, even in that, your mind tricks you, right? Oh, I'm going to start here. And then when I start seeing success, right? And really what you've said is if I start seeing success. Because if you really understood it was a matter of when, you would just jump all in and be prepared. You would just jump all in because when it kicks off, you want it to kick off big. You want it to kick off in an all-in fashion. Not, you don't want it to mirror the same mindset you had as far as like dipping your toe in the water and getting small. No, I want it to mirror the fact that I jumped in, right? And that when it pops off, I'm creating explosive results for myself. Again, little mindset tweaks, you guys, that have made a difference in my business over the years. Very, very, very seldom did I dip my toe in the water. Very seldom. If I'm going to do something, I am going to do it. And I'm going to inspire other people that want to do it as well. You guys, that is how you elevate yourself, is that you aspire to something bigger. And by you aspiring to something bigger, you call in people that aspire to that same thing as well. You guys begin to go together. Right? Do you see how, they always talk about like your income or your lifestyle reflects the 5 people you hang around the most. Do you see how like that even plays a role in what we're saying here? I can't go big places, right, if I'm inspiring people that want to hang out at low places. You can think about that however you want to think about it. It's not the person, it's the decisions we make. But if I'm aspiring big and I'm calling in people that aspire big as well, or they begin to aspire big because of me, right? Well, now we're talking, right? Now we're going somewhere together. So even in the case of selling a $500 course, I know that when I sell that, I am equipping people with exactly what they need, again, to be able to jumpstart their online business success and get to $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less, if that is what they want. So when they see that the same way, they're like, yes, like that makes so much sense. They purchase, I'm up $500. You guys, sometimes people don't talk about this enough to get you to understand like why it's so important. Now you aspire the same thing. You begin to see it the same way. You go out there, you begin to share the same message. And people are like, yes, Alex, I see it the same way as you're seeing it, right? Yes, I want that. Guess what? They fork over $500. Alex is now $500 richer. They see it the same way Alex sees it, and it just begats, right? Versus knowing you want something, but then believing you're talking to people that aren't ready for it, right? And now your business never gets to pick up momentum because it's not an each one teach one, or we're aspiring people up. It's like we're just kind of responding to what's going on and trying to create stuff and do stuff to appease people. All I can tell you guys is that when I was working full time and starting my business, again, I know I started where I started for a reason. But all I can think about, if I was working a full-time job now, and again, I can honestly say knowing what it is that I know, because that's the only fair way to say it, I'd want to know that I am positioned to make a great deal of money every single time I made a sale. I would be unavailable for knowing that I am slaving away at a job and coming home and making peanuts every time I did hard work and made a sale. I would not be available for it, right? And so again, when I know that I'm attracting a lot of people that are like right around my age, some are younger, right? But some are even older. What I know is that if we're going to put the work in, if we're going to go live, do the videos, right? Put the work out there, right? It's a pretty big deal when you look up and you're like, wow, like I earned more from this one sale than I could have earned a week working my job or a couple of days. Depends upon what your salary, your hourly rate is, right? I talk about these things, you guys, because they matter. They really, really do matter. Whether or not someone actively thinks about it or focuses on it, inside it matters to them, right? Inside it matters to them. And you guys, because I've been in the industry as long as I have, I've experienced opportunities where like I was earning $100 per sale or $250 per sale, or $250 was actually really a great sweet spot in my business many years ago too, or $50. And I can remember, I'm like, there were times where I'm like, all of that, right? And that's like the result that I got. For me, it didn't feel like a fair trade-off. It just didn't feel like a fair trade-off. And so it's like with what I do now and the manner in which I do it and the messaging behind it, I love the idea that, I can share a message, and based upon that message and where I'm going, that other people can see that same message in themselves, want the same thing, decide to invest in themselves the same way, and then turn right back around and share that same message right in their own way and aspire other people that want the same thing as well. Like, it's one of the fastest ways, you guys, to actually create momentum, build momentum, and to get you where you want to go, versus thinking you have to recreate the message, recreate the wheel, right? No, when you know where it is that you're going, there is no looking back, right? You're creating opportunity for everyone that wants to follow behind you. Please write that down. The opportunity and the path that you are laying, you're laying that for those that actually see you and they say, I want the same thing. You're not allowing, right, the tail to wag the dog. You're not allowing someone to come along and say, oh, the times we're in right now, $500 is such a lot of money. And then you saying, you know what, they're right. Maybe I should go out there and create something different. No, you're paving a path. You're waking up every day. You're doing the videos. You're showing up on social. You're doing the stories. You're an inspiration to others. You're sharing your message. You're sharing your vision. You're showing up and doing the thing. And people that catch wind and see it, guess what? They will find your link. They will decide to learn more, and they will latch on. Period. So let's talk about the 4 things, right, that you need if you want to jumpstart your online business success. All right. Number one, okay, is you need knowledge. Okay. You got to know how to conduct business online. You need to learn the business of online business, right? You've got to learn digital marketing. Okay. You've got to learn digital marketing and develop some very simple digital marketing skills. So you guys, something as simple as knowing how to build an email list and implement email marketing is digital marketing skills. Okay. Something as simple as how to cut a video and upload a video is digital marketing skills. Right? Something as simple as creating a capture page, right? And creating a sales page and learning how to use payment processors, right? Is a part of digital marketing skills. Those are things that we have to know, and we have to learn how to implement them inside of our business, right? Very simple offer fulfillment. When someone buys from you, how are they going to get the actual offer, right? How do you actually fulfill? Very simple digital marketing skills. Any kind of automation that we set up inside of our business, right? I'm teaching that now, you guys, within my own mentorship. It's taught within the roadmap, right? But I'm implementing automation on a whole different level, where from point of I want to learn more all the way through sales, completely automated. When they sign up now and they purchase, my welcome email is now automated, right? The next email they're going to receive from me in 7 days, checking up on them, is automated, right? I'm deciding, it's not that I'm learning, I am deciding to implement a lot more of these things that I know to use to lighten my load over time. Okay. So number one, if you want to jumpstart your success, you've got to decide that you're going to get access to what it is that you need to get what you want. If you walk around on most days with questions on these things, right? Everything's a hiccup and everything is a setback because you don't know, right? That is a telltale sign that you need what is in here, right? If you're constantly all over the place, or you're hopping around from thing to thing to thing to thing, you're constantly in pursuit of, right? I want to find a way to make extra money, or I'm looking for a new opportunity. No, you need to sit still just for a moment and actually learn the business of online business and get yourself set up for online success for the long term, sustainable online success. So literally you begin to create a brand, right? And your brand has offers underneath it that you're selling. You might decide to only sell the roadmap, right, as the digital course that you want to sell. You might decide to come into the roadmap, learn some stuff, and create some other income streams. It's entirely up to you. Y'all, there's no right or wrong. This isn't like years ago, right, where I was in a biz op and the expectation was for you to come in and just promote the biz op because that's all you were really equipped to do. They weren't teaching us anything. No, this is different, right? So you're going to actually learn. You have to learn. That's been the major setback for so many people. They never learn, right? I can't tell you how many people in my world, right, have hung around and never decided to learn how to build an email list. They just went out there and started doing stuff. And if they made money, they made money, but they never built an email list, or they allow the tech to hold them back. Because these things are a necessity if you're going to have a digital marketing business. And how are you going to be an inspiration to other people, right, if you don't have the basic foundations down for yourself? So number one, you got to learn. Okay, you got to acquire the knowledge, and through the knowledge, when you take action, you develop the skills. Right? So what I love with what it is that we offer is, like, as you're learning, right, you turn right back around and you begin applying what you learned to your business, right? I just saw my girl Veronica pop in, and she got started with me a little over a month ago, and she knew nothing about the business of online business, had never been in the business opportunity, had never done affiliate marketing, knew nothing about a sales page, capture page, payment processors, nothing, nada, much like I was when I first got started in 2007. In 3 weeks' time, she had a complete business set up. Capture page, sales page, email list, payment processors set up, Afterpay, Klarna, order fulfillment. And she started building her email list immediately. Why? Because she started getting out there doing videos. But 3 weeks prior to that, she knew nothing about any of this stuff. And it didn't take me having to give her one-on-one attention to learn this stuff. She invested the $500 and she dove in and began to learn. You guys, for me, that was such a wake-up call. After being in this space for 16 years and seeing so many people that have been a part of my world for years, right? That still didn't know how to do what she learned how to do in 3 weeks' time. Why? Because compared to either whether it was a decision or whether it was just not getting access to what they needed, right? She not only got access to what she needed, right? But she made the decision to come home from work every single day and plug in to get her business set up and then to get on with the marketing. She literally followed a proven blueprint, a proven plan, right? She got set up for online business success. And here's where the knowledge and then skill comes, is that as she was learning about automation, the whole module we have, she was learning about capture pages. She was learning about sales pages. She was learning about payment processors. She was learning about the thank you page, the order page, email marketing. Guess what? As she was learning, she was getting her business set up layer by layer. So when she learned about capture pages, she got her capture page set up. When she learned about sales page, she got her sales page set up, right? When she learned about all the legal links and all of that, she got those things set up. When she learned about the order form, she got her payment processor set up and she got her order form set up. Right? When she learned about email marketing, right, she began to put the emails in there and get her email marketing system set up. So in 3 weeks' time, not only did she have that, but she had 2 income streams that she could now promote, right, for 100% profits. And this was someone who knew nothing. And again, I would go on record to say, based upon what I shared earlier, I bet you she didn't really even understand the gravity of what she had her hands on. This was not someone that joined the roadmap or that was looking for the roadmap. This was someone that saw what I was doing online and at some point came to the conclusion, I would like to do what Steph is doing. And then she decided to align with me. That's case in point that this is not about selling the roadmap. It's not about selling a master resale rights opportunity. It's about creating the awareness, right, from people that actually want to learn how to make money online or grow an online business or learn the skills. I really hope that can help someone that might be struggling like with how all this works. We're always talking to people and what it is that they want. That creates the desire, and that's how they take action. It's never about the thing, ever. It's never about the thing. Okay, so number one, we got to learn and we got to develop skills. Okay, if we're talking about jump starting our online business success for our first 100,000, right, in the next 12 months or less. All right, Prayerla says yes. 150,000. Love it, love it, love it, love it. The second thing that we need, you guys, is opportunity, right? We've got to have opportunity because that's going to be the thing that makes us money. Now, it's so important for you to understand opportunity can come in many different forms. So when we think about what we're doing here, right, within our program, I love the fact that we get to create opportunity for ourselves. We can either do like myself and Brian and so many other people are doing, Veronica, right, Prayela, what are we doing, right? We decided that we wanted to learn and that we wanted to turn right back around and leverage the license and allow other people to get access to this as well and to buy it directly from us. So the license that's associated with this gives us an opportunity to be able to sell this entire learning experience to other people as if it were our own. Okay, we sell it through our own sales process. It's our own order form. It's our own payment processors. They are our buyers. They're not Zach and Hannah's buyers. They are our buyers, 100%. They are our buyers. Y'all, that's huge. Do you realize how huge that is? So just like that, right, you can create an opportunity for yourself to be able to earn $500 every single time you make a sale, every single time you sell the course to another person that wants access to this information, that's out there looking for digital marketing knowledge and skills and wants to learn the business of online business, right? That's one way, right? Another way is that you literally can decide to learn what's actually in the course and create opportunity for yourself by deciding to maybe create your own ebook or create your own course or create your own coaching and consulting services. You might decide to take what you learned here and maybe you love affiliate marketing and you feel like you really haven't gotten the information that you need to help you really learn how to capitalize and maximize affiliate marketing. You can take what it is that you learn here, go build an amazing brand for yourself, right? And then sell a bunch of affiliate offers in a very, very systematic way inside of your business, right? Or you can do what someone emailed me today and I broke down to them when she asked about leverage. And I said, well, this is how I create recurring income in my business, right? And I said, and my people are modeling. And I said, we get the money up front. So we make $500 every single time someone says they want to learn from this course. And then when they sign up for the free marketing system, they're using our affiliate link. And it's just it's inevitable that at some point they're going to end up upgrading because they're going to need more than the free marketing system. And when they upgrade and either start paying 27 bucks a month or 47 bucks a month, or they pay annually, we earn that commission, 60% commission, right? That's a smart way to do it, right? That's a smart way to build recurring income, right? So y'all, you see, you need opportunity. You need to be able to see opportunity, spot opportunity, and how to leverage opportunity. Again, if you're going to jumpstart your online business success in the next 12 months or less, right? $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. Well, again, why is this so important, Steph? Because again, you've got to have a strong foundation in the opportunity, right? That you're out there sharing on a daily basis. Why? Because again, aspiring, right? This is where I'm going, right? Every video, every live stream, every video, right? I'm getting further and further down my path. I'm not looking back to see if I need to pave a different way for other people. I'm not doing that. I'm moving straight ahead. And then people pop up, right? They pop up. Veronica pops up and said, hey, Steph, I want to go where you go. And she jumps on my path. Brian pops up and he jumps on my path. Alex pops up and they jump on my path, right? Yeah, that's, again, so you share, you create the opportunity, and other people that see it, when they want it as well, they jump on your path. No convincing, no spending hours on the phone with people, no going back and forth via email, for a gazillion years. No, you keep doing what you do and you will attract people, right, that look at what you're doing and say, I want to do that too, right? I want to do that too. And then through your content, guess what? They're able to find your link and go check it out and get all the information. Why? Because you learned how to build the capture page. You learned how to build the sales page. You learned how to build your own doggone business, right? Where from the moment somebody requests information, you are building your own email list. If you can just remember that little spiel, you'll be good. You'll be good. We're constantly paving a path. It's counterproductive to look back and say, oh, this person could really use a $7 or $5 or $50 opportunity. And then you create it. And guess what? 2 or 3 people take advantage of it. No, we are aspiring up. If you want to go where I'm going, then you got to get on the same train that I'm on. You got to get on the same train that I'm on, period. You got to get on the same plane that I'm on. You got to get to the same destination. Right? If I say, hey, we're meeting in Aruba, and you're like, oh, Steph, I really want to go, but can you maybe do a different destination? No, we're meeting in Aruba, right? That's where you're gonna, if you want to meet up and you want to hang out, that's where you got to go. You guys, we got to understand in business it's the same way. So when you get really, really clear, again, this is where my mentorship comes in a lot. When you get clear on what you want for yourself and where you're going and why it's so important. So for example, with Brian, I know that, he's planning for his retirement as a fireman. Like, he's going to have a great retirement anyways, right? But he's planning. He knows he wants something. He knows how many more years he has left. He knows what he wants that to look like. He emailed me all of these things when he got started, right? And so he has a vision for why he's doing this. Can you imagine if he got out there and started sharing his vision and why he's doing this, why he's positioned himself as such, why he decided to buckle down and get serious? Do you not think there are going to be other people, heck, maybe even firemen, that pop up and say, you know what, it's time that I think about this as well. It's time that I start going in this direction as well, right? And so he's creating opportunity not only for himself, but he's creating opportunity and space for other people, but only other people that see it the same way that he does. Right? Or is inspired by where he's going and want what it is that he has in terms of the opportunity. It's not up to Brian to create a gazillion spin-offs to help people that aren't ready for where he's going. Right? Again, that takes us off our focus and it delays. We can't jumpstart that way. We got to be constantly be thinking like every day I'm jumpstarting. Every day, right? I'm further along on my path, on my journey. And by doing that, I'm inspiring more people. Right? And guess what? It's like a pickup game, right? They just keep jumping on with you. You just keep picking up new tribe members. Your community just keeps building and growing. Right? So literally, like you're the pace, right? You're the pace. The third thing, all right? Want to jumpstart. I'm going to tell you from my 16 years of experience, you want as much ownership and control in your business as possible. You want the assurity that as you're doing what you're doing and you're building strong, that the opportunities that you've created for yourself and for others, they're going to be there. And out of my 16 years, outside of my own offers, I've never had as much certainty that this is going to be here for me. Why? Because it's not about Zach and Hannah. It's not about the roadmap as a name, brand, or title. It is about the fact that I purchased the digital asset. I purchased it. So it doesn't matter what they do, right? My business can always go on as usual. It can continue on for as long as I want it to continue on. Right? So how much of your business, right, are you controlling? Because a lack of control and a lack of ownership leaves you very vulnerable, leaves you volatile to the feelings of someone else, where they want to take their business, where their vision is right now. We're tired of doing this, so we're going to go on and do something else. I've experienced all of those things over the years. I love knowing that the investments I make in my business, right, that they actually give me digital assets that I get to own forever. I own the files. So no matter what the creators ever do, I know my business is locked in, that my business is good. Y'all, that's everything, right? So you don't want to get started and not really feel like, can I really go full blown with this? If you have the constant fear of, well, is this going to really be here? And you guys, for anyone that's been around, those are all questions we've all had to face or ask at some point, right? Is this going to go away like the last deal went away, right? Or it's a one-man show. And if that person were to pass away, which that did happen to me as well, the opportunity went away because it was a one-man show. And each time I was earning really great money with each opportunity. One, I was already earning over 6 figures a year, right? And the other one, I was approaching a solid 6 figures in the 12 months period, right? But I had so many spurts of $8,000 months, $10,000 months, right? I was making really great money with that. And when he passed away, the opportunity suddenly went away. And the other time, the opportunity was just snatched because the company owner closed up shop on us. So the ownership element, the reason I love this so much is even being someone that has owned her own digital products and still does, and I've sold the knowledge to other people, the ownership element in this way, I love it because, like, let's use Veronica as an example, or Alex, or any of y'all, right? I sell you the course. Not only do you have ownership, right? You've downloaded it, it's on your computer, you own it. But I've also given you a sizable opportunity with that as well, with the license rights. Again, I don't think we understand how right the time is right now for this. Because here's the thing, here's the bigger picture. It's not just in knowing that's what you have, that you have the right, that you have the opportunity to sell people a digital asset that they can forever own, and that you have the opportunity to give people an opportunity that can ever be theirs, that no one can ever take away. But it's when you get them to see that they get to hold the same power. Why? Because when someone's like, wait a second, are you telling me when I invest $500 or when I spend $500 and I purchase this, however they want to look at it, right? Like when I turn over $500, this is what, like, I'm now like the bearer of opportunity. I can give opportunity to other people. I can sell a digital asset to other people. Yeah, again, that's why it's so important to get this for yourself so that you can inspire and empower other people that might not truly get this and allow them to realize how big this is and the times that we're in right now. And how that there are people out there looking for such a thing, or they're looking for something and they don't even know such a thing exists. The market is so wide open for this. Like, you literally got to decide, right, again, to just make a way for yourself. Right? Start clearing that path for yourself, and other people are going to catch wind, right? Latch onto your vision, right, and ride this with you. When you get that, that is how you'll start creating all of this amazing content, live streams and videos. You'll start simply doing because you know it's your obligation. That you know that your business is only going to grow based upon you inspiring other people and getting people to latch on and see it the way that you see it and desire what it is that you have. Let me know if this makes sense. Again, this is where my mentorship comes in, because so many business courses don't teach this. They just teach you the actual tactic of business, right? But again, there is an X factor. Again, that makes what you do more magnetic. Where again, like I said, people are never, ever, 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 ever just buying, in this example, the roadmap. They're just simply not. They are buying from the person that they want to buy from. They are buying from the person they are attracted to. They are buying from the person they love. They're buying from the person they want proximity to. They're buying from the person that gives added value. They're buying from that person. So no matter what you decide to promote out there on the internet, you need to learn what's actually in this course, because the same rules apply no matter what it is that you want to sell. Everything I just shared in terms of why people buy, it doesn't change based upon you selling something different. Why? Because no matter what you decide to sell, there's already someone out there selling it, and they're doing it better than you are, or they know more than you do, or it's priced lower than the way that you priced it, or it's packaged better than the way that you can price it. So if we always know no one is ever buying because of the thing, but they're buying because of us, right? Then guess what? We understand we've got to learn how to show up in this marketplace, right? To appeal to the people that we know, right, are here to actually buy from us, our buyers. Okay, the fourth area, mentorship, right? Mentorship. I've been talking about this all throughout today. Again, do you want to jumpstart your online business success? Don't go in this alone. Don't go in this knowing that you're going to have questions and you're going to want to pick someone's brain, right? And that you feel like you're all by yourself, right? You want to leverage the power of mentorship. I'm going to actually just share something real quick, right? Because again, we're talking about jump starting. And again, what have I said so many times? Like, that's where my mentorship comes in, is because a lot of the X factor over the years where people are like, Steph, how does this happen for you? How do you do this? Right? Again, how did I get to my first 6-figure year with less than 3,000 subscribers? The X factor. Because in every single video, I knew exactly who I was talking to, period. I wasn't trying to go viral. I didn't have YouTube's agenda in mind. I knew exactly who I was talking to. I presented my opportunity in every single video. And I did those videos for people that were interested in that opportunity or interested in learning what we were doing in that opportunity. They wanted that. And so deciding to go at it all by yourself, again, there are definitely things that you don't know, right? And again, a lot of those X factors, you're going to want to know how to take advantage of them inside of your business. Because the one thing that I teach a lot in my mentorship is the fact of, for example, Brian, right, has this, again, 125,000 in the next 12 months or less. So Brian's got to learn how to be that person right now. He's got to learn how to be that Brian that's already earning $125,000 or more a year. Because operating at the Brian right now is likely not going to get him there. It's little things like that. We focus a lot on that in the content that I lay down in the mentorship. Believe it or not, those are make or break X factors. Those make a huge difference, right, in your content and the way that you show up. And again, making you crazy magnetic for those that want to be a part of what you're offering. Again, because they're looking for proximity. They're looking to learn from someone. They're looking to latch on to someone that knows more than they do. They're looking for energy. They're looking for vibe. They're looking for all of those things. So when you create that and bring that into what you do on a daily basis, you'll have people sitting there like, I've got to be a part of this. Like, I got to do this. Right now, it transcends from I've been looking for the roadmap to I didn't even realize, but Steph's who I've been looking for, or Brian's who I've been looking for, right? Or Alex or whatever. I didn't realize I'm buying from this dude. I want you guys to think about that for a second. Do you realize there are people out there that are ready to say that, they want to say that, but they haven't encountered you yet because you haven't made space for yourself out there? If you want to jumpstart, please write this down. You've got to go first in all of this. You've got to go first in all of this, because how can you lead where you haven't gone first? How can you inspire someone to invest in themselves when you won't invest in yourselves? How can you inspire someone to learn and develop skills when you won't learn and you won't develop the skills? Right? How can you inspire someone, right, with knowing how to create their own opportunities and having ownership in their business, right? If that's not how you've set yourself up, or if you don't believe in these things, Again, people are looking for people to glean to. They are looking for people that share beliefs, share values, right? Are going to the same place. And they know that I will be made better if I attach myself to Alex, or if I attach myself to Brian, or if I attach myself to Steph. Like, they know they're going to be made better beyond just the opportunity or the thing that you're selling. Yeah, all of that is really what we're selling. So just to talk briefly about what you actually get in my mentorship. So first off, when 2024 hits, my mentorship will not be free. Even for my customers, right? The mentorship will come at an additional cost. I'm putting that right up there up front, right? So when I say things like it's limited time right now, but you get it for free, it's because those that invest now, like, they literally are helping me create the content, because I'm creating it for them in real time every single day when I drop lessons, and I add various things in there. My mentorship is almost like a mirror of my business. You get my welcome email sequence. You get my personal funnel that I use in my business. So if you go to goprowithsteph.com and you love that sales process, you get that you get to replicate and make it your own. You get the emails, like the emails I send out on a daily basis. I have a file where you can download broadcasts that I've done, and you can make them and edit and make them your own. I give you content ideas. It's a lot of bonuses, right? I'm also adding extra master resale rights products back there. So if you guys want to sell extra things, they'll be done for you. Very, very little you actually have to do if you want to sell extra, products inside of your business. It's like a mirror, right? And then I do daily lessons, right? I'm doing daily lessons all the way through day 100. And right now we're on day number 58 today. All right. So, like, I'm gifting those that are like, Steph, I see where you're going. I want to go too. They get my mentorship for free, right? And the mentorship is going all the way through 2024. That's my promise right now. Will it likely extend? Yeah. But who knows what I'm going to want to do in 2025 in terms of how I want to, do my mentorship, right? So I'm locking anyone in. You get mentorship from here all the way through 2024. All right. No additional costs. And again, the investment, you guys, is $500 one time. No monthly fees. No annual fees, no upgrade fees. When additional things are added, to the platform, you don't pay extra. If you want to jump on calls they do throughout the week, you're free to do that, right? You can peruse in the community. It's all there for you. $500 one time, all right? Or you can go out there and look for digital marketing and online business courses from some of these mini gurus that won't give you the time of day, that virtually have no community, and you'll be miffed because you have no proximity. There's no access. There's no nothing. Right? And go spend or invest thousands of dollars to get access to their information and still be left with so many questions, no guidance, and certainly no mentorship. All right. So with my mentorship, number one, you get access to weekly office hours. So on Tuesdays, I open up my Zoom room and I'm just here working, and you guys can pop in, ask questions, get guidance, get feedback, all the things. If you want me to look at a video, show me your video. If you want me to, look at anything or critique anything or just ask me a question, right? If the time is yours, just pop in and I'm there for you. That's every Tuesday. All right. The second thing you get is blueprints, right? So I have blueprints and checklists and all different kind of things, right, that you can actually make use of within my mentorship, right, to help you in elevating in your own business, right? Like if you really need to get solid around some things, again, a lot of this X factor stuff, I have it back there for you. Getting started checklist. I have an orientation walkthrough on really how to navigate the roadmap material to get the most out of it for what you want to get out of it. I have a 10K a month action plan that allows you to answer some questions so you know exactly what kind of business you're building for yourself, and it will allow you to create way better content and all of the things. Like literally, I believe this could stand all by itself, but I created this specifically as a bonus, right? A mentorship hub, right? To help people really discover, right? And understand the X factor in themselves, right? To go out there and be way more magnetic in the business that they're running. All right. You get daily lessons, so all the way through 100 days, and who knows how it will, keep going from there. The lessons are amazing. They really are. You also get content ideas. So not only do I have content prompts back there, but you also get daily content pretty much like Monday through Friday for the most part. I drop content ideas, for you. A video idea, a reel, TikTok, or a short idea, a photo idea, and a conversational / engagement idea. And I give you instructions on how to actually use them in your business. And then I also do hangouts right throughout the month as well. Sometimes it's one hangout, sometimes it might be two hangouts, but it's an opportunity, again, just to pop on. We're hanging out in the Zoom room. You can ask questions. Maybe I do some bonus trainings. things like that. Very, very just light, simple. I try to just keep it fun, and for whoever wants it, pop up, and it's nothing is mandatory. Just do what you want to do and just know that the information is there for you. And I say it that way because I had to learn how to make this stuff light and fun for myself. Right? Again, if you want to be there, be there. If you don't, you don't, right? It's up to you. But I just show up for those that want to partake and want like the extra added mentorship and level of support inside of their business. All right. And so again, if you want to jumpstart, think about where you want to go and what you want over these next 12 months. Right? Do you want to jumpstart your business, right? Where it doesn't have to take you years and years and years, right, to get to $100,000 over the next 12 months or less, right? Then you need to make sure that you have equipped yourself with what it is that you need, all right? The information, the knowledge to develop the skills, right? The opportunities that are going to actually help you get there, right? Have that security and ownership, knowing that you actually own this doggone thing that you are building, right? And then mentorship, right? Again, just to help you with blind spots and to help you like with the X factor inside of your business. And quite a few of my members have said, Steph, I love the roadmap, but it's your mentorship for me, right? I've heard it quite a few times. Love the roadmap, right? But it's definitely your mentorship. So if you would love help on your journey in this way, right, I encourage you to go to GoProWithSteph.com and go ahead and get all the information in your hands. When you go to GoProWithSteph.com, when you are on the sales page, when you go all the way down to the bottom, kind of down there by the FAQs, you're going to see a video that I've added where I basically walk you through the entire platform. So you can see exactly what you get. You get a peek at the community. You get a peek at all of the modules that are in Roadmap 2.0. So you can actually see exactly what you are going to be investing in, right? And then of course you get access to my mentorship as well. So when you get started, all right, make sure you email me after you get started, right? Introduce yourself. Let me know like what your goals and aspirations are, and let me know you want to be plugged into the mentorship community, and I'll get you plugged in and tell you exactly where you should start based upon what you want to get out of all of this stuff. All right. So I hope that you guys are leaving better than when you came. Now more than ever, and I've shared this with so many people. I've been in this space for 16 years. I've built teams. I've recruited a lot of people. I've mentored and coached a lot of people. And there's just never been a time in my business where I've wanted success for others so badly, right? Part of that is because I'm connecting and reconnecting with so many people that have not been able to get what they've wanted out of this industry thus far, right? And I just say time's out for that. Like time's out for that. And when I know what I have my hands on, right, with what's offered in the roadmap, coupled with my mentorship, I know that for anyone that really, really wants it, it's here to be taken. Like it's here to be gotten. You can get what it is that you need, right, to help you get what it is that you want. All the education is here. Everything that you need is here, right? And so I show up to help really, really good people that want to accomplish really, really great things inside of their business, right? Know that it is possible. It's all here. All you got to do is just decide, right, to make it so for yourself. And just know when you take the first step that I got your back, right? That I got your back, all right? So again, I don't know a whole lot of people that are out there doing what it is that I do that might even have the heart, right, that I have for what it is that I do. But if you want success, right, I want it for you. If you want success online, I want it for you. And this is such a great opportunity for you to get everything that you need, all right? So I really hope that you're leaving better than when you came. If you do have any questions whatsoever, just make sure you go through the information first, GoProWithSteph.com. If you've been on the fence, right, like jump off the fence, just decide, right, that it makes so much sense to get what it is that you need to get where it is that you want, right, so that you don't stay where you are for another day. Literally for another day, you can decide to progress between today and tomorrow. It's all up to you. All right. So have a fantastic Saturday, you guys. I look so forward for any of you guys that decide to get started. I look forward to having you in the community. I look forward to mentoring you to success. And again, if you have any questions, just hit reply on any email that you might have received from me. Once you go to GoProWithSteph.com, we're more than happy to answer your questions and help you in getting started. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.